Hey everyone, thank you for watching. Welcome to a new shop with me vlog. So today is Thursday and the new Anastasia Nouveau palette is supposed to be in Sephora stores. I checked online. It looks like they're available at some of the Sephoras here in Las Vegas. So I'm gonna pop over to one. That is the main thing that I am looking for, and hopefully today's video is going to be focused on the Anastasia palette. But there's been a few other things that I've had my eye on, so I'm gonna see if they're available at Sephora and maybe do like a full face trying new makeup later. But today's video, I really want to focus on the Anastasia palette as long as they have it in stock. I'm also excited though because I woke up and I had a notification from Sephora saying I have a 15% off coupon because I spent 50 or more like towards the end of May, and I was like, perfection, because I'm going shopping today. So that is what today's video is going to be. I'm gonna head over to Sephora. I'm gonna take you with me here in Las Vegas, and then we are gonna test out the new Anastasia Beverly Hills Nouveau eyeshadow palette. So let's get into it. Let's go. But first, coffee.
Could I do the Grande Salted Caramel Cold Foam Cold Brew? Thank you.
Thank you. Drank my hot tea on a, now it says 104-degree day, and then Starbucks and shopping. Let's go. The goods are secured. The goods are secured. Now you might be looking at this bag and thinking, wow, Samantha, did you purchase everything at Sephora? Let me show you what I got. We did get the Anastasia Nouveau palette. It was the last one. The last one. The girl who was checking me out, she was like, we did not even get that many, and now they're gone. I was like, oh, wow, good thing. I was gonna eat lunch first and then go to Sephora. If I would have done that, I would have missed it. And then I also bought the Gxve Beauty brow pencil. This one is like their micro brow pencil, their ultra fine brow pencil. So I got that. And that's everything in here. She was like, this is the smallest bag I have. I was like, I shouldn't even have taken a bag, but sometimes I like to use these for like thumbnails and stuff and props. So I was like, okay. I did place an order online though, and it was a fairly large order. I'm very sad that 15% coupon was one-time use only. And I spent $200 online and like $80 in store, so bummer. But we are going to jump into it. Like I said, today's video is going to be really focused on the Anastasia palette, so I'm going to share more about the palette. I have swatches. I also have some comparisons with the Tiny Marvels palette. This is Mel Thompson's collab with Sydney Grace. I saw a lot of people requesting to see comparisons with these two palettes. So that is what today's video is going to be. Obviously going to do a look with it as well and give you my first thoughts. So to jump into the palette, this is the Nouveau palette from Anastasia Beverly Hills. This retails for $55. It says it's an all-in-one palette for immediate, effortless looks from on the go to ultra glam. We have Wings, which is a metallic silver gold with a sparkling reflect. SLE is a metallic blonde gold. Belle is a metallic antique bronze. Lily, a metallic rose gold with multi-dimensional reflex. Hope is a metallic olive green with gold reflex. Fleur is a matte golden peach. Liberty, a matte muted hunter green. Peacock, a duochrome bluish green brown with pink reflex. And Muse, which is a metallic dark chocolate brown. So this is a 12-pan palette. I was a little bit surprised when I saw the $55 price tag because this is a 12-pan palette. It doesn't have a brush, it does have a mirror. Most of Anastasia palettes, they were $42. I think they've gone to $45. Inflation. And they come with a double-ended brush, so you get more shades and a brush. To be honest though, the brush has always been trash, so I don't mind that this doesn't have a brush. But I saw $55 and I was like, what? But you know, I understand prices are going up pretty much everywhere, so I get it. I've been watching the stock market today, okay? I'm not very pleased. But I do like the packaging on this. This is more of a matte green, and I love the color green. I love olive green. I love green makeup looks. And when I filmed my new makeup releases, it's my series I post every Wednesday, I was like, you know, not a lot from Anastasia has been really getting my attention, but this palette really jumped out at me because I like this color story a lot. It's a lot of shades that I would wear. I like the pop of purple in there because I also like purple and I thought that was a really cool shade. Some of these shimmers looked really beautiful, and in the past, I've been a fan of the Anastasia formula. I will say, just swatching these, I was very impressed. I mean, I believe I showed some close-ups, but again, here are some swatches on my arm, and I was very impressed. These felt really nice. The shimmers were super smooth, very creamy. The mattes swatched well, but of course, you can only, you know, tell so much from a palette from swatches. So obviously I need to play with it on my eyes, but first thoughts there, I was very impressed with it. So I do want to show the comparison just really quickly to the Tiny Marvels before we jump into the eye look, because I was getting so many requests to do that. So again, this is from Sydney Grace. This is the Tiny Marvels palette that was in collaboration with my friend Mel Thompson. She has passed away, but this was the eyeshadow palette that she created, and I totally understand why people thought this was going to be similar to the Nouveau palette. I thought the same once I saw it in my comments. I was like, wait, yeah, you're right. I think it's probably that purple in there that people were really honing in on, and that more like duochrome shade. I think those were the two that were like really kind of popping out at me. But once I started swatching it, I was like, I don't think these are as similar as I thought they were going to be. Mel's palette, it's a little bit brighter. I think the Nouveau is a little bit more on that muted side. Mel's, obviously you do get some more shades. The Sydney Grace formula is fantastic. The Tiny Marvels palette is beautiful. I can't remember if this is in stock at the moment, but I know that it was going to be restocked by Sydney Grace. So again, once I started, I was like, I don't think that these are super similar. So I just did some swatches on my hand here, and I'll include some close-ups. But you can see the purple, the shade on top is going to be from the Anastasia. The shade on the bottom is going to be the Sydney Grace. But the Anastasia, the purple, is much more pastel. It's lighter, whereas Mel's is a little deeper, has a little bit more depth to it. The closest shades are definitely going to be the like the duochromes in here, but the Anastasia has more, I almost want to say it has more like base to it. It really is kind of that green and purple shift. And then the one from Mel's is like slightly like lighter and almost like shinier, and that one to me is just, again, it doesn't have as much depth as the Anastasia, so it's just going to be kind of depending on what it is that you want. But some of the other shades, I didn't think that they were super similar. So from Anastasia, the second shade is Isle, and I swatched that next to Marvel from Sydney Grace, and they weren't super similar. From the Anastasia palette, Lily is swatched right across here, so it's the first one here. I mean, that's maybe kind of similar to Marvel from the Sydney Grace, but Isle has glitter in it, whereas the Sydney Grace is a shimmer. The purples we went over, again, I swatched Lily from the Anastasia palette, and I also compared that to Meadowhawk from the Sydney Grace palette. Again, I didn't find that these were super similar. Some of the lighter tones in here, Paloma from the Anastasia palette, I swatched that next to Web. Those are completely different shades. Those aren't really similar at all. And then the duochromes. So to me, this isn't like an exact dupe. I don't think it's really all that similar to the Sydney Grace. Like a couple shades are close enough. If you're looking for a purple shade like that, if you're looking for a duochrome like that, and you would rather get the Sydney Grace, I think it'd be pretty similar. But other than that, I didn't find the two to be really like dupeable within one another. So I hope that it helped to see that and a little bit about the eyeshadow palette, but let's go ahead and create an eye look with this one. I've been staring at the swatches trying to figure out what it is I want to do, and it's so funny because just before I was sitting down to film, I saw my friend Angie's look, and she did the purple in the inner corner, and that was exactly where my mind was going. And I even messaged her, I was like, stop, I was going to do something similar. So now I'm kind of like, I don't know if I want to do that or if I kind of want to do something a little bit different, but I do want to play with the greens in here. So let me get you zoomed in. All right, here we go. I'm in such a good mood. What a good day. I'm gonna first use Liberty, which is this matte green. I'm gonna use the Sigma E44. And then I am just gonna go ahead, I'm gonna start to tap this on the outer part of my eye. Do a little blend here. I still really have no idea what I'm doing. If you're new to my channel, I'll try to describe my makeup preferences to you. I like me some color, purples, greens, oranges, reds, have a lot of fun with those colors. But I'm usually more into like monochromatic looks or a little bit softer. Like when I do colorful, I don't do like rainbow. I also don't do a lot of like really wild liner, you know, things like that. It's like color, but I don't know, maybe more on like the basic side. Also like a less is more kind of girl. I don't like to take forever like blending and mixing, and I'm not the most visual. You know, sometimes I need to stare at an eyeshadow palette for like 3 days and then I'll be like, oh yes, this is what I'm gonna do. I don't have like a visual mind in that sort of sense. So, and I say that makeup doesn't come the most naturally to me, and to me that's not a bad thing. You know, I have some people tell me like I shouldn't say that, but it's like, it's just true. Like parallel parking doesn't come natural to me, and like that's okay. But sometimes it just takes me a little bit longer, and I don't have, you know, quite the skills of some other people who are just like magicians when it comes to makeup. I'm really curious about this palette because I'm sure we all have heard of this palette called the Subculture and the drama around the subculture. Sometimes it's like the things we care about. Like there's so many bigger things to worry about than like an eyeshadow palette formula. But you know, that was the time that we were all freaking out, myself included, over this subculture formula, and it was just harder to blend. They were more of these pressed pigments, which was really new to the market at the time, and so people are like, this is the hardest eyeshadow palette. And I had a difficult time with that. I prefer something that's more buildable and blendable, or 2 words. Like I need to like put those on a hat or something, because I say those words all of the time. That's just what's easier for me. So I was curious of what kind of formula this was gonna be, but that green I felt like was really smooth. So that's good. And then once I have that down, I'm just gonna take another Sigma brush. This one is the tapered blending. I will link everything in my description box, of course. I'm just gonna take a little bit of Fluor to blend that out. I'm just gonna start kind of above my crease here, and then I am just going to blend. I feel like doing that slightly took away the green, so I just want to build that up a little bit more. And then I want to keep it going with the greens, so I'm going to first come in with Hope. I'm using the Sigma Cream color E58, and I am going to, ooh, that's pretty. Ooh, okay. I'm going to tap that more like in the middle part of my eye. I kind of thought that one was going to be a little bit deeper, but still, it's really pretty. And then I want to keep it going with more green. Like I said, I like monochromatic looks. So I'm going to come in with Wings. I'm just going to use the same brush. I'm just going to flip it over. And I'm going to apply Wings right here, more on like the inner part of the eye. And then I take the very top of the brush and I kind of drag that shimmer through the crease. Just like that. So again, just kind of packing this more on the very inner part of my eye and then dragging that. Oh, okay, I like this. I really, really like that shade. I feel like I could keep playing with it all day. I'm also feeling a little Tinkerbellish right now, and I love that. I almost bought a Tinkerbell shirt at Target the other day. Like it just had Tinkerbell on the front, and I was like, do I need this? Do I need this? Target shirts, man. I know I usually start my outfits or my videos with outfits of the day, but when I do a get ready with me, I often don't, because I'm usually just wearing like this. I have biker shorts on, and then I bought this shirt from Target. It just says Canyon Coast. I even have it like scrunched in the back because I've been seeing everybody do, like, what are we doing? Are we showing off our booties? Like, I'm not sure, but I did it, so I feel part of the in crowd. Thank you so much. The biker shorts are from Express, but my shoes and my shirt are from Target. I love me some Target. It's really pretty. Like I said, usually my looks are pretty fast. I feel like when I do YouTube videos, I should use like 18 shades and I should blend for 3 hours, but like that's not me. I got a little bit of fallout here, so I'm just gonna grab a fluffy brush and kind of dust that away. But that really wasn't bad for the fallout. I think I'm gonna leave the purple. I think that's gonna be my next look. I will incorporate the purple. I'll probably do a look also on my Instagram, which is March Beauty Word. I do a lot of little demos over there. So I think I'm actually going to take Isle, which is this more like peachy gold, and grabbing a BK Beauty 207. I'm just gonna pop a little bit right on the inner corner and then onto the brow bone. I like this palette because like I like it already because like I said, I don't have the most visual mind, and sometimes I can kind of struggle with palettes, but every so often there comes a palette where it's like, I know I want to do this look, this look, this look, this look, this look, that look. That's kind of what I'm getting from this palette. Like I feel inspired to do a lot of different things. So I don't think this eye look is necessarily the, you know, most wild I've ever done. I love green and gold. I'm a Green Bay owner. So green and gold, I love to pair together. But then I look at this and there's so many, like I can't wait to use the lily shade. I really want to use the purple. I do want, the duochrome was not totally a me, but like I'm excited to use that. I'm excited to do an all matte look. I'm excited to do halo eyes. I feel a lot of different looks can come from this palette. So that makes me pretty happy. I'm just gonna pop a little bit of liner. Glossier came out with these new eyeliners, so I'm gonna use the one in ink, which is black. So I'm just gonna add this to my waterline. I did wear lashes last night. If you've been thinking like, Samantha, your eyes are looking bloodshot. I have sensitive eyes, so lashes can sometimes bother me, but I wore them for a really long time because we went out and celebrated my friend getting his first job in Las Vegas. A friend of mine just moved to Las Vegas and he got his first job. So we find every single reason to celebrate. It's something I love about living here. Like anything big or small, like let's celebrate. So I had my lashes on for a long time last night and my eyes are feeling it today. So I'm not gonna be able to wear lashes today. That would be really bad. But I'm just gonna go ahead and mix a little bit of Liberty and Fleur on that BK Beauty brush. I just kind of smudge that on the lower lash line, but I want it to be mostly green. So add in a little bit more Liberty here. I'll say I don't think Liberty is as strong of a as strong of a shade as I thought that it might be, but I also don't mind that because of my personal preferences. It's definitely one of those that you're going to build up, but it's very blendable. I just worry, I want to do a few more looks because like I said, once I put that Fleur shade, I felt like it kind of, Liberty was kind of fading away already, and I was like, whoa, wait. So I'm gonna definitely want to try this. I want to see how it's gonna last all day. You know, I'll wear this throughout the night. I'm just cleaning my apartment after this. I'm gonna film another video and then I'm just cleaning my apartment because it's super messy. So trying to do better at staying more organized, and I put on my goal tracker. How many days did I put down for cleaning and organizing? I put 6 days and I've done 1 so far. I do sell goal trackers through my shop, which is BYSamanthaMarch.com, and I have a video on filling out my goal tracker and just kind of talking about my goals for June. I found out recently I have really high cortisol levels, really high stress levels, adrenal fatigue, hormonal imbalance, trying to find ways to keep my stress levels down, and one of that is staying more organized, because when I come in, my office is a mess, my kitchen is a mess, and then it just stresses me out more, so I need to take more time to keep tidy and keep clean. Something I'm working on tonight while also editing this video, of course. I like it. All right, so I'm just gonna add on some mascara and a lip, but here's the eye look before we add mascara. Right. Lip is a little bit more cool toned than I think I was going for, but here is my final look. My first look with the Anastasia Nouveau palette. I like it. This is a very Samantha look. This is if I was pressed for time and I was running out somewhere, but I still wanted to kind of like oomph it up, like not just do one shadow, not just do a brown shadow. Green is just one of my go-to shades, and I think that this is really pretty. I like the addition of the gold. I'm glad I went gold. Again, I'll do purple probably for my next look in there since that shade really popped out at me, but this, I'm feeling it. I just got my hair done recently, got a little bit more of a lighter blonde situation going on, and I think that this looks really good. It was easy to work with. Again, my biggest worry that I'm going to be looking out for is some of those matte shades. Do they blend away easily? Do they fade super quickly? I always review everything that I try out on my channel. I post review videos all of the time, so I will definitely come back to give you my thoughts, because again, this is a $55 eyeshadow palette. I think that's a lot. I think that's a lot. I'm glad I got 15% off with that today. Shimmers performed really nicely. They were super smooth to go on. So I will definitely be coming back as quickly as I can to give you a review. But I hope you enjoyed seeing this video, my look with the Anastasia palette, some comparisons with the Tiny Marvels. I would love to know, did you pick this one up? Are you going to pick it up? Are you good with your Tiny Marvels? Do you think there's another palette in your collection that is similar and maybe you don't need this one? I would love to know. I really, the green and the gold, man. I mean, it's just calling to the cheesehead in me, okay? But that is going to do it on today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope that you found it helpful. If you did, of course, I hope you'll give this video a thumbs up. I hope you also consider subscribing before you go. Ow. And I'll see you in my next video. Bye.